Welcome to this tutorial on how to create an Adventure League Legal Dungeons & Dragons character using More Purple, More Better's character creation PDF. Please note that you must be using Adobe Acrobat Reader for this PDF to work properly. Open the folder where you downloaded and decompressed the PDF. Select the version of the PDF you plan on using. For this tutorial, I am using the colorful letter version. For easy navigation of the file, you can click on the Bookmarks button and then click the page you want to go to. For now, we're going to stay on the front page. Adventure League rules state that you must use the Player's Handbook and one other book. For this video, I'm going to be using Xanthar's Guide to Everything. To make sure you are only using the two sources you choose, click on the Source button. Click the double left arrows to deselect all of your sources. On the left-hand side, click on the source you want to add and then click on the single right arrow to move it. I have selected the Player's Handbook, the SRD Free Information from Wizards, Xanthar's Guide to Everything, and then I selected the Adventure League files. After clicking Apply, it can take a few moments for the file to finish loading. Now I'm going to start making the character by selecting a race. The Tortle package is considered part of Xanthar's, so I'm going to select a Tortle. After selecting your character's race, some parts of the sheet will automatically fill out, such as your speed, any racial attacks like Tortle Claw, and then the section detailing your chosen race's traits. Clicking on the Class button will bring up the menu to choose your character's class. For this character, I'm going to make a Warlock. Clicking on the Subset button lets me choose what type. Hexblade is part of Xanthar's as shown on this side. After clicking on Apply, it can take a moment for the sheet to update. If the class you have chosen is a spellcaster, you should get a pop-up saying that you can generate a new spell sheet. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. To select a cantrip, click on the pull-down menu. Since this is a Warlock, I'm going to take Eldritch Blast as my first one. Take any other cantrip that you feel will fit your character and playstyle. For your spells, if you get any special spells based on your subclass, they will be listed on this screen. This screen also shows you what level spells you can take. Refer to the Player Handbook and your other chosen book to see what these spells do. I'm going to take the Armor of Agathis and Hex, but feel free to choose different spells for your character. Click to continue and click to generate the sheet. This can take some time and is not a reflection on your computer, but it is slow because of how Adobe Acrobat handles the file. Once the spell sheet is generated, the PDF will take you straight to your spells. Here you can read the spell's description as well as see your modifiers and spell DC. This is a good time to go ahead and generate your character's ability scores. Click on Scores to bring up the menu. Refer to your books to see what stats are recommended for your class. For Adventure League, you can choose your scores through one of two ways. You can use the standard array, which is in your player's handbook and shown on the ability scores calculator, or you can use what is called point buying. I am going to use point buy. The maximum you can spend to buy your stats is 27. As you fill out your ability scores, you will see the point buy total going up. This screen also shows any bonuses created by your chosen race. When you have reached 27 and are happy with your point spread, click Apply. After the screen updates, you can see that my spell attack modifier and my spell save DC both adjusted because of the new scores. Going back to the top of the character creator will show you the updates that have been made based on class and scores. Being a warlock has given me bonuses to wisdom and charisma saves. My passive perception has updated. The limited feature shows my abilities that have a limited number of uses. My initiative has updated. My hit points are still blank, but I'll get back to that later. Class Features has now updated with important information about my chosen class. This explains how my class spells casting works, as well as anything that may be different from the basic class, such as armor and weapon changes. This also goes into greater explanation of any limited use abilities my character has, such as a Hexblade Curse. Going back to the top of the page, I'm going to name this character Hextortle. I'm also going to fill out the important details such as gender, looks, height, weight, and alignment. If you hover your mouse over a field, sometimes it will give suggestions, such as average height or weight. For this character, I am going to go chaotic good. He wants to do the right thing, but he doesn't always go about it in the right way. If you want your character to follow a faith, you can put that in as well. Now I'm going to choose the background. I think this guy will have been a criminal in his past life, but there are plenty of options to choose from. Any extra skills, languages, or proficiencies that you get from your background will pop up. I think this guy will have been a hired killer in the past, but wants to change that now. I'm going to select skills next. For being a turtle, the character already got survival, criminal gave it stealth, thieves' tools, and deception. I can pick two more from the list, so I'm going with intimidation and investigation. Now I'm going to pick personality traits, bonds, and flaws. Select 2 personality traits, 1 ideal, 1 bond, and 1 flaw. This helps you shape your character's backstory and personality. If your character starts with a feat, select it now. Now we are going to select our equipment. Refer to Player's Handbook and see what equipment you can choose from. I chose a mace for my weapon. A hexblade can use their charisma stat for handling their chosen weapon, so I'm going to select CHA from the pull-down menu. My next 2 weapons are a spear and dagger. I'm probably going to use my dexterity score for them because of the way hexblade works. Scrolling down to equipment, click on Add Equipment, then select the All 3 option. In the Gear menu, I'm going to select Crystal Arcane Focus. For my pack, I can choose between a Scholar and Dungeoneer. I think the Dungeoneer pack will be more useful, but that decision is up to you. Scrolling down shows our starting gold, as well as any languages, tools, armor, and weapons we are proficient in. Almost done. Since this is a turtle, I'm going to change the sheet color to green. This is purely a personal thing, and you don't have to change the color if you don't want to. Another step for Adventure League is to click the League button and then select Prepare the Sheet for Adventure League Play. This creates your log sheets and adds a space for your DCI number and sets your hit points to automatically update. At this point, the character sheet is pretty much complete. You can see that it has areas for magic items, extra equipment, history, and other things. On Allies and Organizations, please select your faction. I am going Zentarium. Refer to your spell sheet throughout your games for book and page number information. Ready your log sheet by filling out the top row. Congratulations! You are now ready to save your character sheet and use it in Adventure League. Thank you for watching, and check out the description for a copy of this character as well as a couple of important links.